What's going on, YouTube fam? What's cracking? As always, hope everybody's doing well. Box Truck Kenny, call me Kenny. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the party. Appreciate you being here, I really do. If you're coming back, welcome back to the crib. Listen, subscribe. We're almost at 100. And I always say if you don't like it, you can always unsubscribe later. But I really would appreciate if you would subscribe, help us reach more people with the content that we're doing here. Happy Sunday, everybody. It is May 23rd. I was not planning on doing a video today. Had an email from one of the subscribers, and they asked a question that I haven't heard before. It's a good question. Said, Kenny, what was the scariest part about starting the box truck business? I said, wow, man, that's a great question. I don't know if I would say there was something scary about it. I think the concern, challenge, whatever word you want to use for me was resources, money. You got to have money. You got to have money to get in any business, but especially the trucking business. And so that was probably the hurdle that I had to get over. Resources, not just enough money to start the business. Obviously, you got to have money to start the company. You got to have money if you're going to finance a truck or buy a truck. However you're doing it, there's money for that. You got to have money for your insurance to make your authority go active. And these are also revolving debt. That truck note, if you finance, is coming every month like clockwork. That insurance has got to be paid every month like clockwork. Didn't really concern myself with the fuel too much because when I'm burning fuel, I'm making money. So wasn't really concerned about that part. But that truck note, that insurance, that's an expense. We often hear about a lot of authorities, a lot of trucking companies going under soon after they open. They had, and I've said this before, just enough money to go out of business. Resources, you got to have money. You also, in my opinion, you need to have a reserve. I think I said in previous videos, at least 6 months. That's to cover your truck note. That's to cover your insurance. If you have a yard that you keep your truck in, that's an expense. So all these revolving expenses got to be paid every single month. Also, if it was a time I wanted to go home, I didn't want to work, weather was bad, I wanted to sit at home for a couple of weeks, you got to have some reserves. And so, but I also knew that it wasn't my only stream of resources in terms of revenue. So once I got my money up, that concern quickly went away. And I often talk about it took me 2 years, and this is true now. A lot of that was research. But during that research time, I was stacking my paper. I talked about not only setting up the business checking account, business savings account, maintenance account. I was putting money into that business savings account from day one. But like I say, the 2 years was not just to save money, but it was research. And the first part of my research before I started looking into anything was, do I want to do this? Is this the right business for me? Can I see myself driving 10, 11 hours every single day? That's what this is, guys. You're driving every day. Your job is to move freight from point A to point B. That's it. Could I see myself doing that every single day? And as I mentioned in other videos, I didn't look at just box truck. I looked at tractor trailer. I looked at expediting. I looked at hot shotting. I looked at all these things, and it was between expediting and box truck. It was never tractor trailer. As I said before, I've driven for 3 companies driving tractor trailer. I knew I could make the most money in that lane, but I knew I didn't really want to drive a tractor trailer if I could help it. Qualified to do it, can do it, but I don't like it. Just never have liked it. That's just a personal preference. That's just me. Nothing wrong with tractor trailer. Matter of fact, I would probably recommend somebody to go in that direction because it makes a lot more money. But money ain't everything. Can I be profitable? I may not make the most money, but I'll be happy doing this. And so that's why I decided to go towards the box truck. But making that money, man, resources, putting up some money to get it going and keep it going. That was probably the biggest challenge for me. Some people, that's not their challenge. Their challenge is researching the business. Can they be profitable? And so, that was what it was for me. Yeah, but was the lifestyle? Do I see myself driving this truck every day? Whether it's local or over the road, your career, if this is what you choose to do, is behind that wheel every single day. Rain, sleet, snow, sunshine. That's how you make your money. Butt's got to be in the seat. So that was the first question I asked myself. I had to be honest with myself. Can you do this every day? Would you enjoy doing it every day? I believe if you enjoy doing something, you can do it. If you don't like it, you're not going to do it. I don't care what the money is. For most people, at least for me. I knew I wasn't going to be happy sleeping in the truck every day. Hanging out at the truck stop. I knew that wasn't going to be for me, although that is part of trucking. So I had to set myself to where I could stay in a hotel and still be profitable. 2 years before I was able to jump in and buy my truck. So, that's why every video I've probably said the word research at least 2 or 3 times. Research is very important. Forget about the money. You can make money. Freight is always going to be moving, and you can always make money in freight. But there's going to be slow times too. But you can always make money. Then the other part, I was thinking, if I do box truck, am I going to do Amazon or am I going to do OTR? And in the beginning, man, I was all in on Amazon. It was just Amazon. I'm doing it. Until I just kept researching and talking to folks. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. This Amazon is not all peaches and cream. Depending on where you are, depending on your score, are you able to post a truck? Post a truck is last minute. You got to do some labor. Not hard, but you got to operate that pallet jack. And sometimes that can even be hard unless you have an electric pallet jack. So, I played around with all of that. And so research, resources, money, that was the biggest part for me. Over 2 years, I got to an amount that I felt comfortable with. I knew where I wanted my truck note to be. I knew where the insurance was going to be because I'd got several quotes. So I kind of knew what I needed. So if your expenses is, let's just say your expenses is $4,000 a month. Well, I think you need at least 6 months of reserve. So do the math. My opinion, don't know everything. This was my thought process. This is the way I decided to go. Your process will probably be different from mine. Your mindset will probably be different from mine. Can you get in it without the reserves? Yes, you can. This is just what I felt that gave me the best chance to be successful in this particular business. I've got other businesses as well, but I don't get in business to fail. And so I am my hardest critic. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to go all in, and I'm going to do everything I can to make it a success. I don't believe in failing. That's just my mindset. Failing is not an option to me. Like, what else we got? That we don't talk about failing in this household. So, yeah. So not scary, but it was a concern and a hurdle, if you will, and I had to overcome that before I took the plunge and bought the truck. What's holding you up? Have you decided that you want to do it? If not, then that's probably what's holding you up. But if you decided you wanted to do it, what's holding you up now? What's your hurdle? What's holding you back? Let me know in the comments. It's a good business. It really is. It really is a good business. But just like all business, ups and downs, peaks and valleys. Yes, indeedy. All right. I wanted to make sure this was under 10 minutes. We're almost there. By the way, we're almost at 100 subscribers. So please subscribe. I really appreciate that. Thank you so very much for watching my video, guys. I don't take you for granted. I really appreciate it. I'm going to do a Q&A live maybe sometime next week so I can answer some of your questions. And I may have some questions to ask you guys as well. Tough times, my friend, does not last forever. It really don't. Tough people always do. Keep the faith, have a plan, work that plan. Remember, money don't come with instructions. Be disciplined, be smart. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.